Beauty penny and Africa ne beige penny and they sang you a quimian Ukraine who be muno. One more penny for no enra, one aqua jina courts. Now for Ghanaian times, and they said your can only say President say will put persons responsible for banking crisis before court soon. And enra so beto just penny for no yache woman na womako piemu e court bako enya bill na bako so de ya mani bill free say hwehwemu for chese oguni hwehwemu so nti ora Michael Nyinaku ya wono eye kanesi wo ma page no ene wono de wo remand 1 week ansa na wo mo frasem na wo beba na emom no ora Prince Amoaben de eye ade a wonya bill enu echi no yesi wo mo di customers ni sika omo abokro no stealing enti sika wo mawia ne de wonum atwe afamu kwati kwan so eno ho aso kwadu a wo de ayantam wo mo eno no afei daily graphic ne NLA ntawantawa na wo daily graphics NLA any private lotto operators ntawantawa na wo mo ntem no afei de wonum etimi a resolve da yetina se kan kwanhia asem na wotwe Joda isei na ebisi wotachima wande nyame obi amfrim we na nso kura nsu ankrofo benom ho aya asem na nura ye kan yenwie ya sa yi takrade ni ana Cape Coast enkran kwan ho sa mia sports mi nsana na yenua be manara sanke boy amane se enkwanhia taisi wo pa no edien ni ye problem wo se ebisa ye ho sa kwan no na enye kofu mu esanie mu ana beposo edie nti na nkoa de se obi se wo kota krade ana wo fita krade wo se wo bankran a wonsunu gujam saa adentia esi so anye se ba komienu enipa ne kabom won dodo mu ye beye koma hwe saa na afanse ehonum de saa accident prone nti na yeja no na enipa aduasa aduunu edunum edu enum saa enkwa ba kompo esom ebo ede ne betimi aye ede afa ehon nti we ne nsemwa anopai ye baba badwenjwen ho NPP regional secretary wa Santemantemu eye Owura Sampine yeja rank ne ba ko mba still boys so mberi nam it's okay mo fa bana mberi nam asense hwe aha over officiapa
yeah I've been compared to you
oh father
say doctor betra what see boys in ya nam wie
wankasi enyare o se moderation
okay
okono so kra no wasen aka chese ebetimi ayi skin na firi ho ne are nam pana ai
we dey see na o se pen for was o se ade de kumkwase o se we dey no say de
o fa ye de amani nkue ne nso ntimi mapa se betina zongo so amako se enyi ayen se ye wo fa betina abato ane enso enya nam nwede boys me ne mo ya adwene nam ne de sese mo we
enya nyame edin
o fa ye ne be kan enya nyame de ba wo de no ansa o se me de ba
se no ntira nam se
o ba wo de o ka ne ba empty sa kan nantwie ni we beti mu beti mbe beti pupebe ni ehu se yi abato apanyi na ebe o fa wo ba ya me emu announce your presence me ehu se wo ba of officiapa
afin committee
na mpomu boko de
ya me ahira nyina na bibia ye kama na president Akufo-Addo ya so eno yin awie ma o my Ghana ko animu pa
onu anu so bana me na officiapa onu so be kan de nti sa officiapa we nipa ne kan untimi nkan yi me ne papa te no an so be jai o ofa enu an se afesi se na nyame ahira ye amen di aka no mukofia na makoka mu amen if you so no so be kan de nti si ameka any okay ne wa kan o amen se nka o kan na me maka amen
no maka nyame dia ahira amen.
All right. It's all right. Let's go on. No wahala. But of our free Kumasi na ebe. Enra ye say asemo anti asemo de Kumasi former mayor na Kwesi Agyeman adani benkum so.
Nokre. Enra bia anopanum na mtiti hu. Na biase de obratwawu.
Oh.
Abanso nyame so eye na dom mfie aduo wotwe nsia.
Yeah.
Nyame mfa nikra ensie ye na abusua ne manhia ti kokoso no na ye mo bibia ya konso so omo de hye na efiri mu
ane
omo bibia yakọ
we will kanya me fa no kransi enu ni amen nye so nye den kra amen and amen ne yekoye nim wo fa ye monkomo nwura nso asem ba kwa wo ha ye kote ya ne sie yi huhu awia ne sie yi ya chi owura mu aben ye sie ya chi owura nyina ku ye sie man remand ye sie man remand ntie bo 12 ne de na ne nya abude so openia mu aben de ye mo aman bill by say 110 ya million Ghana cedis na mumu pani nyina kudie wo mu say investigators say wo ye nsem ni mu anhwehwemu preliminary dey at any say charges no stealing and money laundering asem we ni kan ya na something which is there
I have some which is there nipa ni gina court it mean need kind me mu ano for ana me mu ano bim
okay
but there me there wo mu ni say nipa pimpim a won sikasem ekodi mu nipa enam eni ye bia nkrofo bia anye ne yie nti won so adwuma abọ won me de say aban president or mino esisi dua say obi biara hu wo mu a oye na dwene bo pobi e ma sansem ne ba nyina no aban ene no ebedi nti say wo ma hye dwumadie na se a eyem de na abeka ya afra say wo mo dimpanifo bi nso ekogina court wo ma sem ede wo ho a wo mo hwe receivers no aka oh unkai last year me yi wo mudi no achiro efa banking sector no aho abo mo eye ehwehwemu obehwe a receivers no wo mo si de ye won butai park se eni said do mo ye no de ye criminal wo mu no emra no enu won ebedi wo mo si won a wo mo sikasem ensu efiri mu no e kwan fata esi nya na Bank of Ghana edima wo mo no so ye beye wo hwa Bank of Ghana the receivers no any other banks no ayen kabom ni aban a wo mo pe kwan e benya sika no ama won but ya hwe asem we say buy ye nyina ye kan bi pa wo hwe ni pampempem a enka wo mo sika ebehye ebehye na ebi ahye wo mo de ko ye nyina na wo mo nsa aka oh say aban oman no eti wo mo tua
okay
of course nti say aban me kan se mintua bi ma omo budget a de call parliament na se for ani hihye ye nyina kire se obi biara ni sika ewo mu a eye genuine se de sika ewo mu no oman no ebetua sika no ama no
offer de me twa no menyi unua wabai so enche honorable Ebenezer Oklitete labi MP lower menya krobo na ofie ndi si amanyuko nu waba be kan ye ho mira akwaba official panso we dey nyanko ye kra na wo ye cheche ni wo take ya de enra wote ya mayor ema ye former mayor Makumase Nana Kwesi Agyeman na afi mu naja ofama ebusua hyeden ene ye de eka enra so mpanyifo emienu a wo makopim wo court so yenkofa tie dru so a onso betumi account
ma minua honorable me mana kwa me body nu no
oh sir
na
on ne court na take one
yeah transmogrify fi Asante aba east
okay
na abetran crime okay be akra onhwe me obekumasi a
asa wona waba ntinka wona abekwa akọhwe
obekumasi a onhwe me
me ba demonstration no sata 21st we ba
demonstration
we dey do so be catch
ozi edu so a na ye nka demonstration and how the demonstration topic by
o say me su
eso mo ya
su kuta topic
topic say dem su me dey o ho ya ye be
ube ya be yo offer me too
nti enhihye no eye nhye papa emma won because abansi obi a ne sika akamu bia no obehwe se yatua sa sika no ama no enu nti omuguso eye ho adwuma but the hia ne se ye beye de besi kwan a emma daachi ebi enkoba biem efi se so bi ya de ani agya no so onko yesi eyi ani ye mmoru chem so ena ma kwa pa ntimi anwie sase mi yo enti se nipa ne ya de na yanka mmra no de se de to ne afa nto a e ma kwan ma wo ma aka no so ekoye bi enti ye me de se ye tu sa anamono though men ka so be deep far na obi deep be say emra nim no betra
na
na
receivers no na dada nyina omunim se omo be e de omo be court na omo nwie na fi se hu se coincident bi aba mampani ko kasa we new year school yasia we put persons responsible for banking crisis ya
na omo court dem answer mampani kasa enye na asem na
o oya we ana
it could be coincidental but we say last year mu nyina no na omo de omo ma attorney general any economic crime unit yokufo no se wo munya hwehwemu ntinya enura no enu omutu sa anamon no efi 2018 na eba nyina no omutu sa anamon no ase ebe hwehwemu hu na sabi asem no so ahwehwemu yie na de kona no kre bia nima ya no aha nipa no so enu ti ne bia emreba mu ansa na omo de akokota
kwa na hwehwemu no so omu nwie yo fi se Mike nyina kudie wanya bill no omu say they are not done with the investigation
certain aspects nti omo so wo justifications bia omo hunu bibi ewo on the surface of it no say hunu bibi say boni bi esi den so say omo ti omo ajapade say adan car no ne omo sika bia car ba bi no ye de yensa atuso kopim say omo bibi no omo nya kwan ediama won a omo esika ekoka mu no yema enyentem mesre say yema enkontem
why na ema enkontem no
o say justice system no say na asem no akwa court ye court de bedi asem no say be anya individual bia say kame sampane e di mam say mini dia e bia nkam de kotram na na konkruma fie ne bama no so ha nka 3 minutes kra bedi asem na wie but we say there akọ court emranimfo e wo ho abetra so ahwe nsem num aka ensem no be besere se wo mo be mo ho aye hare ebi se
adomo pentem akohe
o se won a wo musika wo mu no so ma agitating ebi num eye efi se wo musaka wo musika no
anka se o si o aban ba mtimi kra na mebisa se o se enye obia na ne nsa aka ne de
of course
na ka so aban nyanka se wagya itia
na so ye tua bi wo mo agi document me yire ewo bank bi first allied for instance wo mo investment wo ha wo mo processes no go through a wo mo frɛ wo mo majo mo nkrata wo mo kakra se de mo bi ene na se fo nti de aka mu de ano se aban so ebetua ama wo nti ba ye behwɛ ne asre obia ne ho ewa asem no mu se wa wo ye prosecution wa wo ye accused obia nkasa nso entutu na adwuma eyie ne magana fo ehunu se sebe enye obi na bo ne team po se na aban bi na bo ne team po se de nkrofobia propaganda no se o ma be group ya be good banks in asefo no it tells you now the process is going on even when we kind banking reports now last year they started posting profits on the net say me boy mo dey say mo yellow na asefo mo kan bebre about 1.6 billion profit after tax no banking sector no e dey buy against previous years na enema no enkoyie no ntuwe nyina ya reforms a ese nyina ya boa ne ka ho sempa ne jai ye politics no efiri mu ebise hwe wodu sika kwato banka onimo political color o so konya management bi ana directors bi a wo mu ntwata unom so mu bebom dream a on fa wo ba bia wo frɛ no emma adam yire so ya MPP ni pa ekoya ne sika akoka mu si anka se MPP na wa ba mu ntini sika enka ho I know equally NDC for wo mu sika akoka mu nim CPP for nim PPP for wo mu sika akoka the bottom line is say wo mu nyina ya Ghana for ene wo mu sika akoka mu na aban etu anamo pa ehunu se yebenya sika no ama won na won so omo ye no na ban so se emra no ene won eni nti moma nyina ye moa na bibia nkoso na yeyie ma mo anam bu mu bam sikusu bedo wo samesa
okay honorable tell me
yeah
mintie we
yo me that's it em say my fa sakwenye ti metia omampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
We call Mampeni, I'm so be Canada. Any come Mampeni that die.
Mampeni, you know, once a president, always a president.
Ghana is a former president.
The Ghana Hanumuna, you know, Obama is always referred to as President Obama.
But there's a sitting president.
It doesn't really matter. I mean, that's why I qualified it by the name.
Okay.
So, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the incoming president. Himself, I feel that's to say, you know, he will be, you know, crowned as the president of this country. ne hokafo party mpanyimfo nyina me bo ma baso adwuma pa ye omo ye afi mi chia Ghana fo nyina me constituency ya eno yanti asempa you know yanti asempa kura na anope me hu se even kwa def to na kwa increase
I will come to that.
Okay.
And now me will come penny kwesi agima
me first akwan so ma we see womo omo ho aka no ayako eni due afi so no nana kwesi agima eni na ne tren kumase yeah because some time ago mini nya encounter bi don't papa na ni edimpa ehunu kakra na oni ohunu kakra so ana wabo challenge well nyami mpe baby fa papa mfa ni sie
amen
say I don't know how old but I'm sure say
86
yeah 86 I didn't your bomb pie say some of us will even get to that age na oyobia onim with all that he does near the onim so anu munsada onu munsa I mean he kept your the didi ni ade nyina o hwe so pa yi nti something I also in film na enhwe enhusu yi na yentimi nyi nti sadia mantini yare kra mantini yare tino me mabusiafo nyina yakọ otumfo man yakọ we dey asebkesi na atu no me man yakọ
okay so now the banks and no actually former the former CEO two akojina bank one granted bill one refused bill
well maybe I've always said say this banking sector issue you know me it say the approach a buying we dey see na so e dey here you know e faulty kwan a buying fast so e dey banks yi fast no was discriminatory na eno na yehu say you know e ba say ye even the CEOs no na enyemi nwanwa say you know where we've got into now they will decide to do what they are doing they got it wrong to start with and I can say Omampenyi Akufo-Addo ni finance minister ye enida ho pa woma sheda seriously because uhwe the course of banking sector the effect na ye downplay the effect to come see uhwe ni padodo ananka wo mu lusu wo mu deposits near there. But we have forgotten your contribution here towards that as a government, especially the governor of Bank of Ghana. Yeah, me say many tea. Me follow Ghana. Abakwa semini the course of Ghana near Dininano. Me whom governor Bia. Na 1 2 3. Ontimi emfa asem entuni team. 1 2 3 no we're journey to you know what do you call it the press now him say sikasem anything in the banking sector no omo keep no maybe secret I mean even in the banking sector no maybe to be cost because of the effect a pie and a bad publica its effect e banking sector no anything no a lot of the time no say no maybe to me see what banks near they find a way to keep it out, you know, of the public. No, I'm solve no. You know, within the confines of omumra ni ade ombi operating ni ade. Say ban say be you be there ni because the repercussions you know is far reaching. It's say o share the governor of Bank of Ghana yeah. Oh, in the next week 5 banks ebeko 10 banks ebeko 14 banks ebeko. Anything Amanfo nyina sorry say omko yi omusika I mean there was panic in the system or reducing trust it's a fact the idea ban look you see say one share the course before now you cannot go forward.
But say
going forward,
yeah, obre say baby answer yeah, baby yeah, because I can say for avoidance of panic withdrawal anyway so into ye coma. Do you know
he created that thing. On no creative here. I am telling you, so no creative is a panic, in a system. It has never happened before. On no creative here.
Even so after evidence abaso nipa mienu.
And American say evidence they have been charged. What I am saying is that and this was Ghana is not the only country that all go through such a situation. It has happened in the UK, it has happened in America, it has happened in Nigeria, it has happened in a lot of countries. Banking sector, no, right? No more be echoes no. Sorry, I mean, what do you gonna say? I didn't know. Man, you say this is the first time such a thing is happening. No, it has happened before. But the approach, to the extent that even some banks are not. Woman who song grano, woman robu woman in Heritage Bank today. Heritage Bank. On also no the course no be na course one man. The Capital Bank ni UT Bank no ko no is that the Enubina Heritage Bank here na. Why is that Heritage Bank so woman collapse no? And into the can say they targeted some banks, right? And the woman collapse woman.
Obia one reason, but Obia so before Bank of Ghana Mrano, Omatomra, and their reasons may not be the same, but Omatomra.
But what I am saying is that the approach to me, right? Say me, na me finance minister. Say me, na me governor of Bank of Ghana. And I say me, na me president of this country. My approach will be different.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there are
what would have been your approach?
What I'm saying is that, yes, today, see, woman, those who have been found to have mismanaged, that woman are arrested. Woman. What about the workers? What about those who are suffering now? Those who have their monies at the bank up to now in Sankai? What happened to them? Because you see, in the banking sector, whether you like it or not, sometimes with the Ponzi scheme. Look, there is a certain level of Ponzi in all banking, institutions. Because if people stop depositing, no matter how much money you have, you cannot continue operating your bank. Someone for first scammer, right? Who deposits, and I say investment or anything, and who touch him? Because banking here daily, people must bring money. They must have the confidence in the bank. Say, "Name the sika ko to one." Say, "The bay obi eba be yiska." As say, "Otumi nye bi na dem o de man." Eye de bia na obeso call Bank of Ghana say o kwa ko yiska ho no. You trade with the money, you buy money and sell money. Anything say obi e de to ne ho say obi creating panic our system man for withdraw. Omusika people stop sending money to banks near there. Now be catch me say oye ade here. To the extent say na ye to one say and I mean a GN bank nko staff a woman kofi about 3,000. 3,000. Woman see woman protected deposit. How many of them have been paid? How many of them have been paid? How many of them, the customers have been paid? Since September 2017, since September 2018. Bisa say how many of them? I see only validation. Men's go cry validation.
How many
even men's go cry
men's go near some validation.
Men's go cry validation. You know, obi validation doesn't mean that you are getting your money. Obi validation doesn't mean that you are getting your money. And because the approach is one, say among for the car, among for mismanaging. Who are the people? I mean, the woman here, Sisi Amafino arrested woman. Some of them are even walking around here. The woman here is cosmetic. What we expected them to do, why don't you inject that money back? If it is about the management, clear them. Because we need to protect jobs. We need to protect. Yes, I mean.
Obi a original court enim no then cosmetics. Now, unse Bank of Ghana for say bi mo inject cash ni bi da. Na anya ejuma.
Please, yeah. We'll continue. What about and they say you can say to say the omu can say when they come they will not borrow no. And then omu kusu but I mean whether you like it or not people, I mean, one more year, they must also, their jobs must also be protected.
But what's your more they were banking sector and musebia, say economists to say bankers, so say financial analysts, or moka say clean up nimpo, ebi say a chair, na kese say bantem, though a bit more Subebo Bank of Ghana, so Nana supervision no kose no, ebi maka say it was good.
Well, but have you also heard the other version, like what I'm doing now? What?
Definitely.
Have you heard?
Ebisoaka said
That's the point.
They could have gone about it in a different
way. Because you see, in America, it's not for nothing. And years back, America decided to, pump in billions of dollars to save their banks. The UK did the same thing. The Nigerians also did the same thing.
But that doesn't mean some of these ones pumping in and still and I said they should have kept on pumping in.
I mean, if you pump the money, say the pakuna who this kind of question in sano or mismanaging, what do you do with the person? So they make gonna say the pakuna who this kind of question in sano. If you are dealing with the person, it doesn't mean say the bank you must collapse. Deal with those who mismanage the place. Not making sure say we are protecting the bank.
A bit more private entities.
Oh please.
And to deal with the person, and then our process and so now.
Yeah, maybe me lawyer who Ghana Hanum. GFA. What happened at GFA? What happened? GFA is a private, a private entity. What didn't government do?
Yes, that process na be omo winding up.
One year what? And Omuma will be taking over. Have we collapsed? Good. Have we collapsed GFA?
But
have we collapsed GFA?
But these banks,
please,
they didn't just collapse them. They made another bank. Nimu Edru obetumi agina ne nanso take over.
GN Bank when they take over. GN Bank when they take over.
Okay, no dey mean say.
Anything no, the main person me on say.
Mention other banks.
Me say who are taking over?
That's why I was saying.
But even I
say we here
what is political about what I'm saying? I am telling you about me. The approach I mean for saying this abai devoid of the omuye selectivity no the say omuye because one Capital Bank, right? Staff e wo hono no GCB fire no wo maintain all the staffs na. UT have they done the same? Beige ni we no makano have they done the same? What I'm saying is that if to say there you be to aba you say na do onya ade you be too late no doesn't mean we must collapse Ghana. No. If you mismanage the thing, go away. Take the person who is mismanaging away, handle him, right? So that we can maintain the integrity insofar as the confidence in the banks are concerned. But the approach that the ICC in there, Maza.
Okay. Ma offer
look, as I sit here right
now,
Mr. Wrap here up.
But can say you start to be that. Okay, Capital Bank at full ACN.
Yeah.
Okay, Mrs. Quality Papa Few, no, Mr. Nete, no, say they are still in court. But when him, at some way, any bank say go ye no, and yet that couldn't shas ye. Inti, say, you're a tailor, be say, one approach her, and none of dear could do their nedro no. What's that conjunction feel what way? Some of these factors, some of the, I'm coming to what
the principle.
I'm looking at what you said.
I never
most why time na assembly why time what president what he continue to the president
me but if I were the president Muhammad in a different way
and then some way nyina e shase wo me ye ni hwehan what can her rightly the pompe capital you inject capital into some of the banks
Heritage Bank
but hold on Heritage their case is different.
It is not.
I don't know what's a heritage. We are talking about banks. Let's see a good banks. Most of the banks are consolidated here. Wouldn't say GCB absorb banks in the B.
Yeah.
And a consolidated banks also no FB. Yes, people may lose their jobs because we call GCB for instance. One more mobile banking. It's not now a Beige Capital and now UT Bank and a mobile banker. That's what mobile. Once they are not into mobile banking, they wouldn't take your services.
Okay.
No cry what see ya can no. Neja unnecessary politicking no. So we here no na hunu ye e na osisi ano a enka wo fa medru ne into my approach no am here am dey say o man no. You want to come and prefer the same approach to solving these matters? Sane ya asem no.
But approach
Sane ka no ebiem oba me ba o. Ebiem wo say panic. Bank of Ghana oka say banks bi e ho nsem. One more banks din ebiem banks na egu ye no one customers anu amko anu amuntu omka what the present checker they be 1 week and say no motua no that time no na panic withdrawal be any system no now the same things were with the banks and some pona eba because I know obi am your business be or ma me check to a particular bank it took
which year
talking about 2018 it took several weeks for the banks to eno kra no ukwa no ma yense ni say oh na check na delay and you say kwa na nya no kra then na e kire wo say something was happening it is our customers
bankers and I say renowned bankers in economies bi aka say enka ban betimi akono kwan foforo so ehia say obeye no say de oye no onte ye
na wa kan de be say me ye free ha ye kokumase metimi akofa buri akọ ubetuma akofa Cape Coast akọ ubetuma afansa wom akọ ubeko Kumase ubeko akodu Kumase me approach you know wo ya ma opportunity no for 8 years wo dia wo si wonya ho hwe wo be ma banks no kura gu ama asante set scam wo ma san scam no
na mka say amukura mukase onukura na breso no 8 years for ya wo keye they even saw it they said something about it or set of the nation address
it is sanko
was on your hoshe
sanko no
adena was on your hoshe
me so anya hu me see na approach no a all can
okay
na approach no na de kodru de kodru so the approach papa no prefer a better approach than this enke medru ha na de me de me say me wa rehemu say me yiri sika wo first allied no enhye
but first allied nkan we mo ho omo so omo tie omo wo savings and loan
omo system me can banks minimum won sa omu etua sika e ma won aban aye na ya me nwanwa say member of parliament and krata no a e fa finance for ministry wo mo de to parliament anim e fa nhihye ya omo ye etua sika wo ya we na betra fidikate we say so akama wiase senya politics I said do bien to one among I said do bien nya
ma wonyi ni say sa clean up in so ya no mo feel say politics e wom
e dan na feel say politics so say wo
because on say oya no abeka heritage reason was different say onu nipa na odi animu majority shareholder no onye fit for purpose because of bibia bibinti omaka say no say onye fit for purpose no court nya ni na sem ni wie amenu hu say my bibinti enti ayet say I don't know it doesn't look like a pure economic idea yes sanitize the financial sector no but in a way no politics being in namase enti na munyina mo ba na mo so mo dey politics no
Bank of Ghana onimra or the regulatory banks no
oh oni say
won wa ye kan o masem nya no hwan na o mu mra ni bi so a ye de ensa kan no hwan pa it doesn't matter the individuals the personalities involved other some banks be what we do back person ye san wo mo directors no bank management na ye san wo mo laya we be try kan say wo nyina ye a particular political party nkrofo and now more banks no normal branding as political party banks ana into the me and for argument no enko that level yenhwe wo mu djuma na wo mu die we say when him charge dey abo mo yes stealing and money laundering wo say customer tika no na wo ho no wo ma fa continue bi afa sika no wo say customer tika na ko ye no wo ma fa kwam so adane dan sika na di akogu baabi eno ne aka ho asem eno no efa ni padua no ya na ni party no dwa na asora no okọ ana kuro free so nti to da bia ya na mtie ni for na sekra
ya o say na me hwehwe Unilever for 2019 annual report
me sure person can Unibank
no
Unilever nkasa
the largest a company produce Ghana
okay
one more report this year the effect of the banking sector on their production and customers. And the reason why we more pursue, negative, profits near this last year. Then last year.
Last year we are in 20.
One of my reasons. One of them is the banking sector reform and its effects on their customers and they themselves. Because of the approach of this government.
But you think that approach to be effect?
The American say today we are spending almost 20 something billion, right? giving out when you can share that you can on paper. And I'm say me will scour bank almost there's no indications that means I can't say. So they make but on paper, no can. We are borrowing so much, we are going to give so much to the people. What we are saying is that amount of money now, right, could have been used. They also have a chairman month for how how long it will take you to share that money. No, another problem. That money can be used to save the banks and the staff.
Okay.
If the approach is devoid of discrimination, and I say targeted attacks on some owners and some players in the banking sector, because there are some people who want to take over. They want everything to be so they want to make sure that certain people are weeded out, because because the best practices say every time you say you cite America, you cite Europe, you cite way. Is it the first time I hear Ghana and banks Ghana and American say if they had nothing under their sleeves, right? The approach of the governor of Bank of Ghana, 1, 2, 3, no abejina hono. You can understand and say we jai kakra. 1, 2, 3, these 4 banks are going, 5 banks are going. Look, I affect even to the rural banks, because Sikadie, even sometimes we share even the commodities trading here. The little misunderstanding about cost. One sector, it affects women to the extent that because the bank will collapse here, because told me DNA will market them. I'll keep it under my bed. I'll keep it. The banks will not get the money. So the next morning, if you go, anytime the bank no call or the check no call here. 2018. Yes, because at the time those signals were sent and it was affecting the
deposit take 10 days.
It was affecting
because the bank a good one day.
And American say 2018. Yes. You are saying 20. In American say 2018, right? 2018. The year 2017, the repercussion, and the effect, and the year 2018. That's the reason why you take your check to the
bank. May that say thank you. My answer, the Facebook for so much. Antonio Beabla, the Fiakumazo Gutakra, says we will put persons responsible for banking crisis before court soon, says President Akufo-Addo. Mr. President, we are actually tired of assurances and promises all the time. We need actions now and not talking. And Mr. President, do not be selective. Arrest your corrupt officials too and stop covering them. Bethel and Ponsa Pukias, good morning. Yeah, you see, if our leaders had shared the ambulances, I don't think we would have lost those who died on the Takrady-Winneba Highway. Honorable Abedi Nkwada, so aka police in Nedruno. Thank God owners of UT and Beige Capital put before court for misappropriated over 2 million Ghana cedis belonging to customers. But truly, President Akufo-Addo needs 4 more years to do more. ASAP, he touts government achievements in 3 years. Citizen Francis, NPP Facebook caucus, asked for the register. Whether NDC likes it or not, it will be compiled. If they think they don't need it, they should just stay away from the polling stations when the exercise begins. And he says his regards to Villiers Champion of Subin constituency. Teacher Kujo Tepanyina Soso, when NPP is in power, NDC becomes impatient to oppose every good thing NPP does for Ghana. It is time now for the good people of Ghana to know the true character of NDC. They think Ghana is for them. Ghanaians, let us be wise and say no to NDC in 2020 election to save Ghana. Yemfa yemkwenshie ya Honorable Taylor before yemfa enwi na no pay masem bisa ni say sa enkran Cape Coast to kwaya na enkran takra de kan no ya de kan ya Accra Cape Coast Road Accra Cape Coast Road sa kwan no pani me se busa se kwan no enye fiso bi ofa so bi ani se kwan de nkeda so any mu speed drums akodo a waye wo kwan so adan na sports bi wo hono mu a enkwanhia si wo ho saa ya nkasa no we ye beka NRC for road safety for brofo ni bi human error ana call for so Kofu Dawson or Yamani may be possible and shouldn't we be looking at that sport set at Dawson Toto? Honorable Taylor.
I'm say sa accident asemi enra you can want some more, station be so now. In the discussion, there were some revelations. Me kura ma dwen yanko that side. Who say Accra Cape Coast Road a little winding. Na Udu Winneba between Winneba and the next,
Kufufre to us no.
From Ufi, Winneba towards Accra and towards Cape Coast.
Towards Cape Coast.
Apam.
Yeah, that's right. Now, there was a certain, my panel members in Baku KBB. In fact, later I'm averting my mind to that. Say, you know why they call the place Windy Bay? They have a lot of there's a lot of
breeze from the sea.
That's right. Not just the breeze, but the wind.
And
the
from
direction of
afar,
the far in a certain direction. And it, according to discussion, there's so much wind in that direction. I think so every vehicle who move at a certain speed, tall speed, the vehicle becomes lighter.
That's sure.
It becomes lighter, sort of. And it, say who could do curves, there's a little,
from a
there's a little, mistake on the part of the driver in terms of maybe swerving or something. Those factors in here contribute. It say, and no could be part of the problem. It was our road, and now we can say, okay, for our drivers, are we used to our road for a very long time now. At least they should be conversant with the situation on the road. That's what they make us say. And the bottom line, say, some of our drivers are reckless because or kakana he doesn't take anything into consideration. On share on one kasani 1, 2. On me say many passengers, so I need one of my responsibilities. They say, especially many passengers near there, do. So they say because okay baby I want see accident see and yeah baby before and I say curve there be. I'm say straight. Na a head-on collision.
Yeah.
One of them was taking overtaking and it'll be back. Now MP they may who say drivers now say woman you defensive because obi honum say obi overtaking but pass say as me say committing no oba so they make na say we hu aye me hintu awu
sen ko be twen no
on fi kwan no so obekwa koshia no a lot of the time you see
nipa ti mo no ankasa tie ni mu sa
I mean look sometimes who exercise judgment wrongly honoma the other driver no so no so you defensive so they make issue sometimes be thinking for driver no ba no driver no through animal ba no so dream no because or nipa always make a mistake and you go say why swerve or you overtake your ba or lane no say you say who die who did make a who die because at the time of the day accident you see it's very likely say be a driver no so be tired e be no so that you no be ba ne so na car na sia no that is another thing but e be so ho no ma who say ba what yes him the only way is no so be coin chain no onko obeba say who so no kwa na odi akwa ko bosso wow and now drivers now mo driver na jo no so meaning say we go shift ana because say we driver na jo by this time I can say yes you should be resting well but obu ho no ma obekwa anopa obekwa ewia anajo so obepe so obekwa masa nipa machine correct me gine ho nipa we dey as you can never cheat nature
that's true
well obekwa look uyobia very sensitive to even coffee. Sometimes when coffee, because coffee can keep me awake. Look, if you do sometimes do the if you do level be no matter what you take, you sleep because the system no control anyhow.
Drivers na adwema we nyina so omo union groups no ntimi mwa ma ye nyesa advocacy Wom se nkwanhia si nanso edu biribi a wo check here frequency na edisi no any lives involved
yeah unim sometimes no ebinim omu di share na omu kan no edi agro. When I was the deputy minister of Eastern Region, there was a time the National Road Safety one by a program ewo bunsu na mi minister mami say me call representing no me call here no na me call earlier and some drivers ni but me call here no man call with they want to identify me they could not, so I went and sat amongst the drivers.
Okay.
Na me train say on be ready no mu din komo na ba ko kan Charlie enura me bo private car be careless pa hwe me see me tisi mu hu say no ba no na because no no we oh say they were enjoying that. I mean
forgetting that
serious risk na we take wow anything no today American say e bit me about say oh we see oh oba me so me hu na kakra wow sometimes some of the drivers do it who ni ne basi ya no ayesi and I say obetimi aso ni highlight crowd dia two any no I mean sometimes you know ebi obeka so dey agrobat ebi na kwako ebi na kwako ti sade nti no one me ka kire wo mo ka se wie ye na me so on boss say deputy minister na ba me sorry for no ma edin because in come am din nyina me tie nti me efutu am ma wo mo say ya kratifo na ya ye no wo be kasa no office na ye wo no say me fa paper na me ye mistake right me trust so na me ye mistake me go trust and plan na me go trust be different. The only thing I do is to crumple the paper and put it in a waste bin na ma fa paper for but on no driver no na ejuma no ene o ye mistake wo kwan no so a the car no first ontumi nkonko to dead ana nipa na ewo mu no so no you don't have a second chance obo honum say obedi them forever obi wo honum obewu ontumi sorry forever. And they should take all of this into consideration as they drive. Yes, sir. I can share the what's my share. A bit to me see. Oh, qua break to me. And proper maintenance. It means man who avoid those things. So they say, but some a bit to me see. But the woman say a share who saw a best see moon and so a better answer the head.
It does. Offer the no can imagine about to say bibi a Ghana ya me mokrunidi na bus ye no say transport we say association no bus for back on another one akese no mo nketo ache say omo be ye adwuma kro na bi omo nya akasa uni say akese for no kache bus nkuma ne say mo de atwa mo be hu be wo masimura mo kwan so
me kai pa me kai se mu pa Obaya edikan ebusia o mahwere o madehye no ye mo hyedin ye mo yakọ ya na asemu ye ya ka no dodo
papa
afi biara wa fidie so mentra so and discussing sem say enyem predu other networks hwe na honorable kasembi minimo bia o se on the right of way to not withstanding the fact say obi year free home ba obetime save situation no obeko because on the right of way
nipa nkwa na ye ka ho asem sa
ya na no refi nipa nkwa ya no refi say nipa no oba no wunim no ne psychological setup no at that particular moment wunim afidie no adenti a oyesa nti well right senses no should tell you say me avoid the situation if it can be controlled or avoided ekwan Ghana ha ye kwan ni ye a ene semba nti na me advocate the biameka said dualization of our roads setiminya especially highways ni nyina ye dualizing no bebrea sa head on collisions no emma eno ne kum nipa bebre no se ka mienu dia pem eno ne ta kum nipa bebre pa no nti se duo ebia mienu miensa ye nyina ye kwose de mukọ amana no de mutuku ande bia mukọ amana no amuhunu mukọ amana no ade bia amuhunu
enyo na ko Australia ko se do mo ye kombi
me twa wa no hwe ye can dualization efe e se koso
attitude
what
Say me come back. It just no.
It's not funny.
No, and you funny. What for ya? Near ya no political.
I was saying Jai or someone no reckless.
I walk by so I walk no yen to aba. Oh. Prosifo ekwa so now I am saying that they are harassing us. One month so ekwa so buyer, one mu di hu fo bi. If you say na no that may occurrence be. Na yekodru kwame nkan wo mo abi hu wo mo. Na me hwe certain vehicles bi a wo mu dru ho a wo mu de ensa boy ensam si a no wo matwam. Na wo hwe wusie fika ne toba. Na wo hwe tires egu car no bus no ase ade kora na kire wo say bibi
ya na ekum ye ho
de besre wo ma unions no one they should be proactive say one kasa no should take it upon themselves say wo mo be inspecting buses no edumre bi na pejo one pound buy ya na ekum nipa no
ofa o ya krache pijo
buy ya na ekum nipa no one more union GPRTU then one mo ne roads and highways any road safety for ekabo mu at the speed limits be emma won Emma one makasa at the numbers and I'm starting to say if you see the driver driving reckless you call this number
yeah mo de bo
e dia bo no ayeye no enu nyina na se nyina yehwe na yehu se e cost na mam ka sem ba go be send a message be well say ambulance so no hanka ni pa na ngu wo ma wu ya nya ambulance nti no mu wu ye wo mo see 29 died on the spot wo ma kam se do mo do hospital enu mo wu ye emfo ya ba ye wo mo nko fa sansem ni e ma ambulance
ma ye mfa politics
ambulance na nya no na e kwa rescue again copy oh una jeje bo ma baby apim ya no hospital ben o baby apim do pass ho ni commander Jesus
by your ba interpreting
of course say e ho na major and e ho no kra no enwa o ufi ho a wo ba wo duru ankafo room
say we dey wule mu na wo in commander training college ana
let me call Wesco
but
me call me school nyina wo apart from tertiary no ma tertiary kwa me call no mpoano training college gwa na mbasa ntimi basic school the secondary school na me call the Cape Coast ntimi nim ho nti your best friend that bia ye ka a driver for omu difa car owners no so eyo omo nim ko omo vehicles no so driver unions no omo so make sure say omo crofo no entity pa no omo de mo obi ho ha onu ankasa minimum bia onu na ye driver na ankasa
na
da bi or driver the man or ye union member okoko funny pano a o two free station wa no dey come nipa for say for wo moko I have evidence nti
I say ye nisa ahun fama ni say ye be value nipa nkwa
na prosecution me suggest say it should be paramount. If you say we say
driver no say we wu
a assignment mo ba bi say no so kra no as a truck bi ne tipa truck ne ka bi ekushia manipa truck driver dey hwe anye no sankrofo no say investigation who say one anya say fault bi say ni brake failure ana bi eye technical tina ontimi nya ho hwe ana say hu say na oge ho bibia ye na wanko krakra ne car no eno de koti kwan so ene edu omo court na ye bon kwadu papa bi e de asotwe pa emma won a me gidi se enkasa nyame esu betwa na bibia no akoye ene de aba beto Ghana fom se yentu aba ba yentu aba no abeya obi e support omo se mo chichi omo dudu mo yom se duntu omo to aba munya wo omo no Accra 34 ene every mo no it's a comprehensive matter else nyina ye de adwene ekọ benkro ne hu se ye beka wo nam kwan so me nam kwan so tela bi nam kwan so Ghana ni bi afa kwan so wontimi nka da wo behia wo de nti ye nyina ya mompa ye ammo ho entu ho anamo a obi kra se nyimpa ye nfrim ye ntu ho anamo pa se ye adie
ne bompa ye betu ho anamo
ye a me gidi se ni
ho anamo na pam pa bonu tek
ye ni kan tu anamo no
of course that
one ye mo say ye ntu anamo ne papa
no
ene me pa no we de nko ade omu nyina adwan ko benkrom say esese ye bibi esese ye bibi na mpenfo mfa nko adwendwen mu sa prosecution we ni mprenu so amate wo program yi so say ya so obi aba ka say senka ye hwe na eba say ya doba ni no se bibia anye no a mpe bebre we de ka ye ni mu amoa na ye say nyina no ena wo te se na sanka boy amane ye say doba no ba ko de ne ho anye hwe o ba ko survive ye onu an car no de a red one na amonchim na so na ye o Nana Sanka said it no was survive.
Really?
Oh, I'm a white in Mumpo cried the driver new. And no afraid ye he spoke at length or chess or motion a urine and mano. So sad. One Nature say one bear 1 hour 30 minutes be dear. Oh fappe musa. I didn't think I idea who bonesa.
Well, you see, the recklessness on our roads, you know, dear. Bibia, we need to discipline ourselves.
Jenia Nkasa. Thank God we dey nya abaya sembia.
We need to discipline ourselves because
abaya ye kwan.
Onim. Sometimes we honoma na ade na nyina edi hu fo. Sometimes we call police ni hu. O jirawa kra ye nyina. Obo won ma nyina. Mitimi hu truck drivers, you know, taxi drivers, private cars. Maybe there's something ahead. Let's say can slow down. But sometimes, you know, the behavior of some of the police.
I don't see a factor.
A factor. Well, because who say, I spot checks near there. Fine. But police ni wako jina car back. Because no need inside go. No need din komo. No need din komo sa entino. Honestly speaking, say open temper. Me do hono na say, o mama chest e do me so. I'll be tempted to just drive away.
Open temper be also now also stop.
No, what I'm saying is that, certainly, but what I'm saying is that the approach, you know, say, oh yes, sport checker, manipa ni form, and I say, be any boots, she any car, she say, what did the gonna say?
And actually,
pull out.
Oh, it's saying, okay, anya hona mo be bomb,
you know, wait, next. No.
Okay.
Ebu hono so obi hu se
me hu acho na anu a mpamprom fufu ekodi ye wo se na nkwan ni koyie we wonu ane ne ka me ka say there was an incident Bantama no mo ye checks ka ba kudi bani manajo police di na pipipipi obaya adenti na me bonu so aben and am say na ha na wo ne wadamfo ebedi nkomo so ne won komodi a feeling say she bi na wo hono mo ko park honom ana mampulu na bra na hwe ada
but in spite of everything, you know, bebo police for a woman war Accra, no Tema, you know, Akusumo road no so on.
Okay.
In fact, they are always visible on the road, and me boy my basupa
visibility.
Yes. They are always on the road, and they are doing what sometimes late in the night away, you know, no man in a and you know we have some good, you know.
It's a say citizens, so you boa
that's right.
Yes, on that note, you better guest in one say you are some pine. MPP Regional Secretary ma Yapon Emma Asante Mantemo and Honorable Ebenezer Oklite Taylor bi MP or lower menya krobo pacho me kra me be pa mahwefo ni me creature and saying me di me time so pa match 2 minutes 9:32 no mapon 9:40 me na me say 9:40 abo said I ready me mamudi bem ye say ebejo wai pole ne beko me ye me hu adru ti mo fa cheve eti ha ene edimu esi ma me Deborah Chere ma twum our office of the chief of staff happy birthday Efi Edward our UTV ho and wo dey my once again Mr. Hammond Mensa HM Films and wa would 70 years into nuanu mu a woni omo wo sini twani mu no all the filmmakers are say yayiko o ma wotiri nkwa Roger Corte and Alaji Moro omo chapa na wofa sampine so say o ma wotiri nkwa pacho yakuna mani mini kunu ye dawase e china odumfo no de cheya ye besia ba